Today you've come to bear witness. You bear witness to the most horrific time in the life of the Jewish people, a time when we were murdered by the millions and when the world stood silent. But you also bear witness to a time of triumph and hope, a time when the Jewish people have a state of their own and the power to defend themselves. Now, some believe that the birth of Israel would mean the end of anti-Semitism. They were wrong. The Holocaust, the most horrible chapter in the long and bloody history of anti-Semitism, was unfortunately not the final chapter. The flames of hatred towards the Jewish people still rage. We saw this last month in the wanton murder of school children in France. We saw it in the bombing of synagogues and in the desecration of cemeteries. But above all, we see it in the systematic and unremitting assault on the one and only Jewish state. We see it in the attempt to morally equate Israel, which is forced to defend itself against terror, with the terrorists themselves. We see it in the attempt to defame Israel, where women are equal and minorities are free, as one of the worst human rights violators in the world. It's absurd, but this is what we hear day in and day out. We see it in the attempt to cast Israel as the greatest threat to world peace. Now imagine that. Israel faces brazen calls for its annihilation and threats faced by no country on earth. And yet some have the nerve, the chutzpah, to call Israel the greatest threat to world peace. My friends, what is different today is not that hatred towards the Jewish people has ended. What is different today is that the Jewish people have the power to defend themselves against that hatred. Your grandparents and great-grandparents didn't have that power. They had to implore others to defend them. And today we have the power to defend ourselves. That power depends on Israel having a strong army and a strong economy to support that army. But it also depends on the support Israel enjoys from Jews and non-Jews alike, all those decent men and women around the world who stand with Israel. So as you march and bear witness to the horrors of the past, march with your head held up high. Be proud that we have defied those who wanted to wipe us out. Be proud that the Jewish people rose from the dead and rebuilt their national life in their ancient homeland. Be proud that we have a Jewish state that can defend the Jewish people. Proud that the people of Israel live free and will always defend their lives and their freedom. Am Yisrael Chai.